Hey guys, it's BWW and I'm here with my very first Redstone video. In this video I'm going to be showing you a contraption that I made, not the one behind me, and then I'm going to explain how it works and hopefully you like it. So let's get started with the video. This is the contraption right here. It is a game that you can play on a server or whatever if you build it. But it was just an idea that I had, so I wanted to build it, and then it actually worked, so I decided to share it with you. So right off here we have a lever to turn it on and off. This is to reset the score, and over here is to toggle the lights in the top of the game, right over there. So off, on, and it works for that light over there. So let me turn it on first, and when I turn it on, you're going to see that some of these lights are going to start lighting up inside here. And one player is going to go right in here, and then the other player is going to go on the other side. And I guess you could have teams of 2 or whatever, or teams of 3, anything like that. But they have to be even teams, and you have to have more than one player. So as you can see that some of these lights are turning on, the object of the game is to press the button corresponding with the lamp when it turns on. So I will try and do this right here, but I was too slow right there. I'm gonna wait for right there. And I did press that when it was on, so it gave me a point right here. And if I do it again, then this light will turn on, and once you get all 5 lamps, you win the game. So too slow for that one. It is quite hard. I'm going to go and show you the redstone behind this. Actually, before I do that, let me demonstrate the reset score thing. So, as you can see that one of the lights is on right there. If I click this, it resets both sides back to 0. Okay. The redstone is quite large and kind of scary, I guess, if you don't know redstone. So be prepared for this. But here it is. It's kind of messy. I did design this by myself. I've been working on it for quite a while, and now I'm going to try and explain this to you. So let me figure out what I'm going to say, and I will do that. The redstone right below me can be split in half for both sides. So I'm just going to explain one side right here. I'll do this side right here. I have tried to color code each of the circuits so you can tell what I'm talking about and yeah, what each part does. So I'm going to start right here. This is a randomizer. There is, when it gets a pulse, there's a dropper, and it shoots an item up into the hopper. If it is an iron shovel, it will give a different redstone pulse length than if it is the redstone. When it gets shot up, the comparator detects which one it is, because, as I said, one will give a longer pulse. If it's the redstone, it'll only give 1, which will trigger this thing. If it's a shovel, it'll trigger this thing. And it will also trigger this thing. So you need to make it so that if it gets the second length, it cuts off the first length, so you only get 1 output. It's kind of an either-or thing, and it's a randomizer. After that, I have this side go into another randomizer right here, and I have this side go into another randomizer right here. This is all on the yellow wool circuit. So that's kind of what this bulk does right here, the bulk of the circuit right here. Then after that, each of the circuits go into one of the lamps. There's a lamp right behind this yellow wool right here. And there's a lamp like, let's see, there's one down here somewhere. But since there's a randomizer over here that splits into 2 outputs, and then each of those split into another a randomizer, that gives a total of 4 outputs. So each time this thing gets a pulse, one of the lights turns on. That is all that is doing. Yeah, that's really it. I have some pulse lengtheners to have some of the lights turn on longer, because some of them turn on really short for whatever reason. But that's all that is. Let's move on to the red circuit. the red wool right here is just a little like redstone clock, and it just gives a pulse every time the redstone loop kind of thing gets back to the beginning. So if you look at that repeater right there, right where I'm pointing, it turns on every now and then. So right now it turns on, and then when the redstone clock gets around here, it turns on again, and that's what fires the randomizer. And then again, that's the same on that side. The yellow and the red circuits are the same on that side. The blue ones, I think it's blue. Yes, blue, that deals with the buttons. The buttons are on the inside of the game, and what happens is when you press the button, the blue circuit sends a output to the scoreboard. But you can't just have every single time you press the button a point turn on. You need to make sure that the light is actually on. So the yellow circuit has these pistons that are connected with blue wool, so that when the yellow circuit is on, it completes the blue circuit, so that when you press the button, it has to be completed, which means the yellow circuit, or the light, has to be on before it sends an output down to the scoreboard thing down there. So that is what the blue and yellow circuits do. Let's move on to the orange one. And all of the circuits I've said are repeating on the left and right side, as this game is split into two. So the orange ones, or the orange circuit starts. It's so crowded in here. There's so many like redstone wires. So all of the blue circuits from each side gets funneled into this little thing right here, and it makes sure. Let me fly up here. Why can I not fly? There we go. Yeah, the blue circuits get funneled right into this orange thing, and it turns off the redstone on top of the hoppers, which locks the hoppers when the redstone is on. It turns that off, so an item that's right in here gets moved into this hopper right here, and then stays there. That turns on this comparator, which goes up this little tower into the lamps. So every time an output successfully goes through the blue thing, it gets funneled down here, and then it advances the item to the next hopper. And when it gets to the end, it sends it all the way back to the beginning. That's the little loop thing. And again, same on the other side over there. So that's how the lights, the buttons, and the scoring works right there. Let's go over to the reset thing, the reset button. So that just comes out right here. This is the cyan wool. It comes down here. There's a little pulse extender right here to make the pulse longer. Then it comes over here, and it splits off right there, and it goes to one scoring board thing, and this goes to the other. So I'm going to explain this one because it's the same on the other side too. First thing it does is it unlocks the item, the redstone that's blocking the item from moving. So that means the item will go all the way around without getting stopped. And the second thing it does is locks this hopper right here. So the item goes all the way around wherever it is, and it always stops right here. And the pulse is long enough so that even if it's in this hopper right here, it still has time to go all the way over here and get stopped. And when the pulse is over, then it advances it into the 0 slot right here. This is when no lights are on. And that's how the reset the score. That's how that works, and it's the same on the other scoring thing. The lighting right here, the toggle lighting button, toggles the lighting right there. That works by it comes up right here on the black wool kind of thing. It just comes up right on the side, and it goes into a toggle, a T flip-flop. When you press it, it gives an output to the redstone when you press the button, and then when you press it again, it doesn't give an output. It just turns it back. It turns it on and off like like a lever, but just with a button. That's just that little circuit. It's a monostable circuit with a piston that drops its redstone block and picks it up. So if you know like a little bit about redstone, you might understand a little bit that. If you don't, it probably looks just like a redstone mess. It does look like a redstone mess to me. It's kind of crazy. But hopefully you enjoyed this video, and thanks for watching. Yeah, it was just an idea that I had, and it worked out, so I wanted to show it with you guys. Thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.